I'm excited to dive into the world of relationships and share some amazing stories from the subreddit community. As I read through these real-life tales, I hope to offer a unique perspective and maybe even spark some inspiration for those navigating the ups and downs of love and connection. I, 35 male, financially take care of my girlfriend, 35 female. Today, she wanted to buy moisturizing face masks, and I asked if she could pay for them herself. She got upset, saying it's an essential item, like toothpaste or toilet paper. Is this true? My girlfriend has been out of work for a long time, and so I told her I can take care of her until she is in a better position. Recently, she has been finding some freelance work and makes maybe $500 a month or so. I don't track her finances, but she doesn't handle any expenses outside of government taxes and such. I pay for food, housing supplies, pretty much any day-to-day expenses. As per the title, we were walking around the mall and she saw moisturizing face masks and asked if I could get more for her. Previously, I had indulged her for these, but today, I asked if she could pay for them herself. She was taken aback by this, and we went home. Later, we had discussed it, and I told her that I'm happy to take care of her, and I'm glad she appreciates what I do for her, but it would be helpful for me if she can handle some expenses by herself. She told me that I wouldn't understand this, but face masks are basically an essential item for women of her age, like toilet paper and toothpaste. And by denying that from her basically shows that I don't care about her well-being. Obviously, I don't intend to make her feel that way, but I was surprised to hear of moisturizing face masks as an essential item. Though even if it were the case, I don't think it's unreasonable to ask her to handle even a small amount of expenses related to taking care of her, such as cosmetic essential items like face masks, skincare, makeup, etc. Again, all of which she claims are essential. In the end, she begrudgingly agreed that she'll pay for her own face masks and other such care products, but she seemed quite upset towards me. I'm not sure how to handle this situation. Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. Lol, I've never used one in my life. Also, why is she not working? She has a sugar daddy. A young one at that. Tell her, said get lost and find a real job. He is being treated like one. If he decides to live in as mercenary a manner as her, he could find one younger and hotter that is happy with less than he has provided this GFA. Without seeing the numbers and seeing, I do not think he really could find a younger and much more attractive sugar baby, based on his description of usual expenses alone. He could probably find a younger and more attractive partner, or a partner his age who is more attractive, but sugar babies are usually pretty expensive. I second this. I am 50 and have never used a moisturizing face mask. She might think it's essential, but it's not. But hear me out. Have you depended solely on your looks to get men to pay your way so you didn't have to be an adult? 'Cause if you haven't, then how would you know it's not essential? And now for the next story. I found out my 26 male, GF, 24 female, barely eats and has little to no food at her house. Any advice? We've been dating for almost 5 months at this point and became official recently. She always jokes about losing weight and not eating enough. At first I didn't think about it too much since she's on the thicker side. I come to find out that she barely eats at all, since her house barely has enough food, if not no food at all. She told me she never brought me to her house since she has a borderline abusive home life. It's dirty and has little to no food. I was shocked and horrified when I found out. Her job has been cutting her hours so she's tight on cash. I even offered to pay for all the food dates we have, cook her dinner after she gets off work and even paying for her groceries. But she just rejects my offer and keeps telling me she needs to figure this out on her own. I even cooked her lunch after work, and she refuses to eat it and said I didn't have to do that. I felt bad even eating besides her, and it honestly broke my heart to see her situation like this, and I'm not even sure how to proceed. Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. That's really heartbreaking, you're being so sweet, but if she's not accepting help, all you can do is be there for her. Maybe find little ways to make sure she eats, like bringing snacks when you hang out, or casually ordering extra food by accident. Just keep showing her you care without pushing too hard. Please just make food randomly happen if you have the means. Not extravagant meals. Just some vegan dip, a hand pie, something. And say nothing. I've been her. Here's the response from OP. Thank you. I'll give this a try. When I had a roommate who refused to eat, I just used to always make too much food that we didn't have space for in the fridge. Or I'd accidentally cook a whole pack of their favorite food, garlic bread, instead of the amount I'd eat myself. I'd also take advantage of yellow sticker reductions, so there was often cake pastry in the house that needed eating up. It was always proposed in a way that they were helping me use up the food, and it meant I knew they were eating at least some days in the week. It isn't always appropriate for everyone, as sometimes then they'll eat even less another day to make you for it. But in this situation it helped a bit. The neighbors did this when my grandmother was a kid. They knew 100% what was up, but it gave them the plausible deniability to accept help. She never forgot how kind those people were. 70-odd years later. I totally second this method. And now for the next story. After 10 years, my 28 male wife, 27 female cheated on me. I found out today my 28 male wife, 27 female, has been cheating. We've been together 10 years, married for 5. She works shifts, so sometimes she's off at 9 p.m. with a 120-year commute home, and then back to work Sam the next day. She started staying at her sister's house about 25 minutes from work to save on gas and time, since she was basically coming home to sleep and then going right back. She's been doing this since late fall 2024, about once per week. In December, our relationship felt strained, and we had a long conversation about how she felt trapped, and I wasn't allowing her to be free and have fun. She acknowledged it was completely selfish and 100% her problem, and that I'm a great guy, an amazing dad to our 2 and 5-year-old boys. I didn't really know what to do with that information, other than to give her space. Since then, they've been being less dependent on her and feeling like the primary parent. Despite her being an amazing mom to our boys, absolutely 10-10 there. We've been carrying on since then, but still strained. 2-3 times a week, sex turned into 1 in 2 weeks. She barely kisses me. Not the same as it was. We finally had another conversation, because I was feeling broken down, feeling like she's checked out. She confirmed that I wasn't meeting her love languages, quality time and gifts, and that through our relationship I haven't been meeting them despite her making an effort towards mine, physical touch. She was saying that I'm such an amazing person, an amazing father, and such a good person, but she doesn't feel loved because I'm not meeting her love languages. I told her I can absolutely make it better and work on that. I was preparing for the long road of dating her again and making her feel special to build back what we had and owned how I'd fallen short for her. Today I found out she's been cheating on me. I told her I'd clean her car, and she told me not to worry about it. Elle jokingly hustled up to go clean her car, and she jumped up in a panic. It threw me, so I went out to see. She hurriedly met me at the car and swiped some receipts before I could get them and rushed them to the recycling. It was obvious I wasn't meant to see them. I grabbed them, and she tried to take them back. They were parking receipts for a condo building near her work. I knew what she'd done and told her she'd cheated on me. She didn't deny it. I barely got anything out of her, but she confirmed it. I found at least 4 receipts from the past 2 weeks. 3 were days she worked late, and 1 was a Saturday. She was done at 5, but said the traffic was too bad, and asked me if would be upset if she'd stay. I told her I wouldn't be because I didn't want her to feel like I was expecting too much from her. She paid for the ticket, 20 minutes later. I can't even talk to her now. I just feel numb. I don't really want to cry, and I'm not furious. I'm just numb. Feel like throwing up a bit, and trying to think about future. I don't have any close friends. If I hang out with anyone, it's her dad, who I get along with amazingly, but is also my boss. I feel like I'm in a black hole. Does anyone make it work after this? Or once a cheater, always a cheater? Kel Dier, my wife of 5. 10 total years, cheated on me after she asked for less accountability. Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. She doesn't meet your emotional needs. She doesn't meet your sexual needs. She lies to you and makes you feel you are the problem. Is this the kind of relationship you want your children in? If they came to you with this kind of a problem, how would you respond? Time to lawyer up and go scorched earth. I don't have any sage advice. I tried to forgive a cheater once, but never loved him the same, and was constantly paranoid that he was cheating anytime we weren't physically in the same space. The relationship died a slow death, and I wish I would have just left as soon as it happened. I'm really sorry this happened to you. And now for the next story. How do I, 23 female, handle the situation with my husband, 22 male? Okay. So I want to start off with saying sorry for format and whatnot because I'm new to Reddit, but I didn't really know where else to turn because talking with my friends about my current situation isn't really an option for me right now. I, 23 female, have been married to my husband, 22 male, for 2 years, and we have known each other for 8 years. We have 3 kids, which makes this so much more difficult for me to navigate. My husband and I are poly, which is more of his idea than mine because I've expressed to my husband that I don't like it and would like him to stop. I tried having a girlfriend to make him happy, but I got weirded out by the idea of having multiple partners, so I broke it off with her. She understood thankfully. And I told my husband that he would need to break up with his girlfriend, 21 female, because I just can't be in a relationship like that. He agreed to break up with her, and we were all sitting down to do so, and she told us that she was pregnant. We've been to the doctor to confirm, and she is in fact pregnant, and we are all shocked because she told us that she wasn't able to get pregnant. I told my husband going into this that I can't handle him getting anyone pregnant, and he agreed because we already have kids, and he didn't want any more. I'm just at a loss now on what to do, mainly because now that she's pregnant he doesn't really want to leave her, but I can tell he's not happy having her around, and she is making him uncomfortable. I told him he has to do the right thing and be there for the kid once it's born, because every child has a right to know their parents, as long as those parents aren't on drugs or abusive. He feels the same way, but now the GF is wanting him to live with her and only her. She knows about me, and has even met me and our kids. I just feel like she did this intentionally to make him leave me for her, but at the same time, I don't want to be the controlling wife who says that everyone is trying to steal my husband. I know mentally, I cannot handle it if he chooses to stay with her, and have decided that if he can't leave her now, and cooperant, then I will file for divorce. But I don't know if that is the right thing to do. I don't want to lose someone I've known for almost half my life, but he's been doing a lot of things lately that makes me think that he wasn't really interested in being married. I went through his Google history because I had access to his email, and found out that 4 months after we got married, that he looked up divorce lawyers in our area, but never clicked on any links, which makes me think that he was having second thought. The whole poly thing made that more clear, and even though I'm young, I know what I want in life, and I know that having multiple partners is not it. He was ready to break up with her until the pregnancy, so now I know he's torn because of that. Do I give him an ultimatum? Do I just cut ties? I don't know what the right course of action is here. I would like to add, yes, I know we got married young, but it was only because I had cancer a year ago, and we didn't want to wait if something were to happen. Like and subscribe for more awesome daily Reddit content. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I upload new videos.